You know it's gonna be a good night when the moment I hit go live, I start to feel a burp coming on. And then it doesn't happen. Ah, jeez, I need coasters. Completely unrelated to anything going on, but just I grab my water bottle to take, some water from it, and I use paper towels to prevent it from creating rings on my desk. Paper towels got stuck to it. No reason. It's not sticky at all. It just decided it's gonna stick. Gotta throw those paper towels away. Get actual coasters. I'm putting coasters on my birthday list because I need them. I'm sick of this. Anyway, so I decided to look up how close we are to the end, because it does kind of feel like the story is trying to wrap up. We are close to the end. In fact, I think the quest that we're on with Mirini, where we're gonna go up to the top of a mountain, that's gonna be it for that quest line. Which makes sense, because that whole quest line was, where's my mother? And then the branching path is, wait a minute, Nikolaus isn't my father? That who is? And then we found that out too. So there's not much left to find out. I can't say not much left to do, because who knows how hard climbing that freaking mountain is going to be, because I'm underleveled. It's my own fault, I know. I should actually play the game that I'm, playing. Should actually do things in it. But I don't want to. As I've said before, I feel like side content should be something you want to do because the game is fun, not something you feel like you need to do because it's not fun. I think I phrased it nicer before. I don't remember how I don't remember the nicer phrasing. Which I guess is fine because I don't feel like using it actually, honestly. I'm sorry. So we're not going to go to the... I'm not going to smash my head against the wall just yet. Instead, we're going to go to this. Because we're actually level enough to do it, and it's... So, basically... What was it? This one? Yeah, follow Mirini. This resolves Cassandra's story, and this will resolve the modern-day story with finding artifacts, which is why progressing it and, finding Atlantis had, Layla move. That's why she's now, in the modern day, you're now in that temple. It's because that's... I didn't even know. That's that story. Which, for as much as I feel like Odyssey didn't have a very good modern-day story, I think it was better than this one because you could tell it was happening and progressing whenever it would pull you out of the Animus and make you go do that stuff. I don't know. Actually, I do know. I just said I think it's better. Even if I didn't like the characters as much. And Layla's still around, so she's still here. Alright, so... I don't know where we're going. I just know we need to get these artifacts so we can go open the temple, and then we win. So, I like to think we could get this done in the next 2 streams, which would be approximately 4 hours. Sounds reasonable to me. As long as I don't sit here on the quest screen talking the whole time. So, Boethia, Lesbos, Messara. Oh no. Isn't Lesbos like over here and it's like, oh, you gotta be level 37 to go here? I'm face palming. My palm is on my face right now. I am rubbing my forehead in frustration. Why is the quest labeled level 27 if it requires you to go somewhere that wants you to be level 46? What's the point in labeling it, hey, you could do this if you're level 27? If you need to go somewhere that is way higher leveled. Let me open the settings back up real quick. Let me go back into the options and figure out these other gameplay options that were in here. Level scaling. I currently have it set on default. Content will be set according to the selected difficulty level, which is easy right now. Okay, it's not that it will lower the levels of things. It's that they won't try to match your level. They won't scale it up if you're higher leveled. I wonder if I would have had a better time with this game if I had just left it on light. I don't know. First impressions are everything, and whether it's my fault or the game's fault, it's... Whoops, I accidentally tapped that button. Oh, and then aim assist, that was the other one. Because I was thinking back, it was like there were 2 extra settings that I could have changed and didn't, and maybe I should have. No. No. Okay, well, I don't want to just go do the Marini quest and then have that be it. Although that would be convenient, because if I end up not having to play this game Friday, then I can play Battleborn on Friday, because Friday is Battleborn Day. I would like to be doing something for that. Okay, well... How about we do follow Marini? Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can. I was gonna say, let's see what happens 2 times in a row. And not intentionally, for comedic effect. If we get into a battle, Marini, it's all you. I am not putting up with it.
A new day in Greece.
Anyone there?
Wasn't I at 2 bounty when I started? Now I'm at 1. Wow.
Nothing here. That's good.
It's actually fallen, and it was at the one time where I'm like, okay, whatever. Level 2 bounty, who cares? Stop getting stuck on stuff. So yeah, because I looked up what's left of the game, I have spoilers. I know all the stuff that is left to say about basically anything of importance. So we're not doing the cult, because that's a bunch of busy work. I'm done. Like, I was looking them up. Like, it's like, okay, so this guy, I think that's the guy, he's in, it's like, oh, you gotta complete the arena. Okay, where's the arena? I go to look it up. To get into the arena, you have to be invited. And that's me quoting something I read, not me. So I guess it doesn't matter, but yeah, you have to be invited. It's like, you can't just simply walk into the arena. There's a whole rigmarole to get into it. So I don't care anymore. I'm done.
matter how
I'm gonna quick save here. See if that helps in case we get ambushed again. I mean, I see there's a wolf there. I'm not gonna bother.
Did you put your memories of us in that box?
Come on.
So I figure let's wrap up what we can, because I also looked up, like, okay, well, I have to get invited to get into the arena, so you know what, I don't want to do the cultists anymore. And I looked up to see, is the cultists, are they considered part of the main story? No, they're not. So we're not doing them.
This is where I first trained you to use your spear.
Hesitation only hastens the grave.
You remembered.
How do you think I got this far?
We had to pry that spear from your hand while you slept. You said you needed it to fight the monsters in your dreams.
I couldn't face Cerberus empty-handed.
But if you're fighting Cerberus in your
Those
dream,
children
you could
will
just
rip
conjure a
to
dream
shreds.
spear.
We should help them.
Cassandra, wait! You mustn't interfere. This is Spartan training territory.
Okay.
The Agogi is what turns boys into men. Interfering would only weaken them, weaken Sparta.
They're no good to Sparta if we leave them to die.
And they're no good to Sparta if they're too weak to kill a wolf. Come. Let's go home.
I can't say I agree, but I can't say I don't get it. Yeah, cultists not required. So how about I just tell you what's at the end of the cultist quest line?
Training is ruthless.
Not ruthless. Effective. The best of those boys will become Kryptia, keepers of peace and stalkers in the night.
Stalkers in the night?
There's a reason Sparta never changes. It has rules and they are strict. Spartans rule Laconia, but most of its citizens are ilotas, enslaved peasants made to work the fields and mines.
Slaves. Why don't they revolt?
Spartan fields keep them fed. Spartan warriors
Sorry, my horse doesn't like stairs.
and now from the Athenians.
Can't really control my horse very well right now.
Are ordered to keep the peace.
I
Not my
see.
fault if I run
Most
people
of us
over.
make great sacrifices for comfort.
But this is.
Most. Not all. I never thought I'd find my...
I'm glad the dialogue is playing exactly how it's intended to. Of all the bugs that I've encountered and have seen other people encounter with Assassin's Creed games, I don't think I've ever seen anything disruptive to the dialogue. Like immersion, sure. But, and of course, Unity had the foundational gameplay bug of sometimes NPCs will just not go to the thing you're trying to lure them towards. But dialogue has got to be the most annoying one, because it's like that's part of the meat of the game. You need the dialogue.
This was the first and last place I ever felt safe.
As soon as you were old enough to hold a spear, you trained in this yard from morning till night.
Nikolaos was a tough teacher to please.
He hid his pride from you. But every night he would tell me, she's going to bring glory to Sparta.
I feel like I heard that in a cutscene already.
As much as I hate him for what he did, I wouldn't be who I am today without his training.
My heart broke that day. But for the first time in ages, standing here with you, I truly believe it can mend again.
Me too.
Me
You
too.
remember the first
I
time
read the
you killed your
spoilers.
brother?
I was scared I'd break him. I piled every blanket and pillow we had around me.
Even then, you held him so tight, I thought you would squeeze the life out of him.
He turned out stronger than
Who's
we
this
thought.
guy?
The gods must be playing tricks on my eyes.
Oh yeah, that guy from the other.
Good to see you, Brasidas. It's been a long time since I
From the
rescued you
Monger
warehouse fire in Corinth.
area.
That's not how I remember it.
You look well, Brasidas.
The rumors were true. You're alive.
Many we thought to be dead are still breathing.
When I heard the two of you came home,
We're in Sparta, but we're not home yet.
We want our house back, Brasidas.
Sparta claimed your estate after Nikolaos' disappearance. They're waiting for his adopted son to claim it, but he hasn't returned from the war.
Stentor? I knew I should have killed him on the beach. What do we have to do to get it back?
You'll need to negotiate your Spartan citizenship with the kings. It won't be easy.
Why not?
As happy as I am to see you, the kings won't be. Especially Archidamos. Your exit from Sparta wasn't exactly graceful.
He can't still be mad I broke his nose.
You what?
In any case, he hasn't forgotten. But I have an idea that might help him forgive.
Tell us.
Spartan soldiers have been giving weapons to the Ilotes. Whoever takes care of these traitors will earn his thanks.
Okay.
So, to get our house back, I must take out the Spartan commander responsible for inciting a useless rebellion. Sounds easy enough.
Find me in the throne room when it's done.
And where will you be?
This is where I raised you. It's also where Leonidas raised me. I'm going to visit his tomb just beyond the estate. You should pay your respects too before you get started.
I'll try.
You know, I think the game was going for one of those moments where it's like, oh my gosh, it's the place from the cutscenes. I didn't think I'd get to actually go there, but the problem with that is that Xenoblade already did that like a decade ago. Stupid boards! Stupid quest boards! Why are you so distracting? Why are you so loud? Even when you don't have quests. Speaking of, what is my current quest again? I don't think I marked it. There's more. Why do I feel like I only need to do one of these? Because there was that time where it, like a stream or two ago, I was given a bunch of things to do, and then I did like one or two of them, and I didn't have to do the one that was like, oh, go burn the supplies. Like it was when we were over, like here. It's like, oh, go over in Paros and burn their supplies and weaken the government. And I never did. Okay, bully the bullies, I guess. Or no, this is closer. I'll always go with the closer one. It started showing meters on the quest board, so it's like, oh, there it is. No, it's the freaking loud quest board again. Okay, so obviously spoilers, because I am about to spoil the cultist quest line. If you don't want to know the spoilers without actually watching it unfold, then I guess you could mute until I start actually going back towards the quest. So as far as I have read, and I have not read a lot, I'll admit, when you beat the quest line, you know, you go out of your way, you kill all the cultists, and then it's plot twist. What's her face? Aspasia was behind the cult. I don't think I would have been surprised by that twist even if I hadn't just read it on the wiki. It's like, oh, this person that I don't really know that well was behind the cult. It's not really much more surprising than it being someone I've never met before being behind the cult. I'd be more surprised if it was like, surprise, it's Socrates! I don't feel too bad for spoiling myself on that, because it's just not very... I think the twist is supposed to be like, oh, surprise, the cult was actually meant for good when it was formed, but then Deimos came along and started making it violent. I don't really know how much I believe that, because it sounds like it's supposed to be like, oh, look, it's the ancestors of the Templar Order. These guys will go on to be the guys from Origins, and then those guys will become the Templar Order. That doesn't really matter to me, because I feel like the games are always going to do that. Even though I'm not an assassin, and they haven't done anything to lead me to believe I am the predecessor of assassinhood, that I'm any way related to how Bayek becomes who he is and forms the Assassin Brotherhood. But no, of course, there'll always be the Templars, because gotta have your villains, I guess. And I'm not really too mad about that. It's just like, okay. Nice twist, nice attempt at a twist, I guess. Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, what are we doing? Because I'm pretty sure he told me to go see him after I got my house back, but... Okay, here we go. He's going to tell me how to do it now, I guess.
I can take you in to see the kings when you're ready.
Waiting won't make this easier.
They won't look kindly on you asking for favors without offering some kind of help first. Like taking care of the soldiers arming the Ilotes.
I'm tired of doing people favors. Let's get this over with.
Come on then. Your mother's waiting inside.
Oh, I guess I was supposed to do the other quest first. Yeah, see how cool they are with their spears and
Where are
shields?
the kings?
There. What do you say now?
You've made your point, Archidamos. I yield.
Another 2 squadrons to Viatir, then. As I said.
So I'm laughing to myself about the guys' helmets in the background.
Sometimes.
Their bristles just make a full circle around their head.
Thank me.
Brasidas,
I think it's supposed
you
to.
come with news.
I think it's supposed to reflect rank.
My
But
kings.
it's
May I
so
present
long.
Merini,
Their heads are
descendant
just
of
circles.
Leonidas, and her daughter Cassandra.
I heard you'd come back. How dare you step foot on Spartan soil? I should cut it off for what you did.
They helped us secure Corinthia, my king. I beg you to listen.
They are descendants of Leonidas. For that reason alone, they should be allowed to speak. And if we don't like what they have to say, you can chop off any limb you see fit.
Speak, Marini. Why are you here?
I have returned to reclaim my Spartan citizenship, to reclaim our home.
You exiled yourself. Your daughter killed an elder and ran.
Not to mention the crooked nose she gave you.
My family
I
was
didn't
betrayed
run.
by
I was
him.
thrown off a cliff
Sparta was
and
betrayed.
just happened
We've
to
come
survive.
to
That's not
expose
exactly
these
running
traitors.
away.
You haven't cared for Sparta for many years.
I'll let Marini
What
handle
you
this.
say is true, but I swear by the 2 gods my intentions are pure.
Marini has made her intentions known. What are yours?
I'm gonna blow Sparta up and let Athens win the war.
My intentions are to hunt down those who betrayed my family and Sparta, and kill them.
And who exactly do you think betrayed Sparta?
That's what I'm here to find out.
First, prove yourself loyal. Bring glory to Sparta, and redeem yourself in the eyes of the gods. Until then, neither you nor your mother have a right to your lands.
Tell me what I must do, and it will be done.
The Spartan army fights the Athenians in Viotia. Join the commandos there. Come back victorious, or do not return.
Okay.
Consider the battle won.
Spoken with the confidence of a child who hasn't seen real war. You will find my commander out of Mount
I've
Halion.
seen real war.
Give him this and tell
I
him
participated
sent
in like
Not so
2
fast.
fights.
2 kings, 2 tasks.
Heracles completed 12. 2 shouldn't be a problem.
First Spartan thing you've said all day.
The Olympics will be
Oh, so
starting soon in Elise. and
now
the
my
fighting
confidence is
champion
not
requires
childish?
an escort.
want me to be an escort?
I want you to make sure the
crap.
Spartans return with Aerith.
That's how she'll bring glory to Sparta? By winning an event in the Olympics?
Not an event, my king. By making sure Sparta wins the entire Olympics.
Perfect.
One last thing. When you come asking a favor, it is customary to bring a gift, but you didn't. So now I will choose your gift for you. A wolf has been attacking farmers on the Discuri Peninsula. People say it's King Lycaon himself, cursed by Zeus to live out his days as a wolf.
I will kill this animal and bring you its head.
You have your orders. We'll see you when your tasks are completed.
If they're completed.
I'll get them done. And you'll give us back our home.
There's some Spartan left in you after all.
Brasidas, show them out. Next.
Great. More menial tasks. Just what I wanted for Christmas. Yeah. It's Christmas in May. Woo.
That went well.
Considering you still have your head on your shoulders, yes, I'd say it went very well.
The kings were generous to give us a second chance.
And all I have to do is win the Olympics.
And a war.
Is there anything you need to know before setting off?
I think I'm ready. And you? What will you do while I'm gone?
I received a message just before we went in.
What kind of message?
A clue to the whereabouts of another cultist. I'm going to Arcadia.
Alone?
The fates are smiling on us. I was ordered there. We can travel together.
That would be helpful. My thanks.
I'll meet you both in Arcadia then. Safe journeys.
Hang on a second. I want to see. This is going to take a while, actually. I want to see if maybe I do the other quest first. If they don't task me with winning a war and the Olympics. Now that one's a minute ago, so probably not that safe. I thought we were close to done. I thought we were going to follow her up with the mountain and then it'd be spoilers and then that's it. Unless I was looking at the wrong quest category again and there really is like getting your house back is also optional. But from what I know of the ending, I think we need our house back. Okay, yeah, this is where I was before. I was like, hey, this is what happens at the end of that quest line. Nope, that's an Odyssey chapter. Then again, they're all the Odyssey. So I don't know which ones matter. These ones definitely don't, because that's the cult and that's upgrading the spear, which happens when you kill the entire cult. And that's not a spoiler, because you know that's what happens, because you get the triangles from killing cult members. It's the only way you can get them. That's that. That's the Sphinx. Oh yeah, that's the thing Pythagoras told me to go do. And again, level 35. You expecting a lot out of me, game. Maybe this is the point that people think of when they're like, "Oh yeah, that game was just they balanced it because they balanced it in a way that they wanted you to go buy experience boosters." Like, I didn't feel like this in Origins. Like, I did beat Origins kind of underleveled, but never felt like I was truly that underleveled. Like, if I had just played the game more, I would have been fine in Origins, I bet. But this genuinely feels like, hey, have you been doing literally every side quest ever? No? Good luck! You're gonna be too weak then! Like, that's not how that should work. And I understand balance is a difficult thing to achieve, because do you want to balance the game around people who are gonna be doing everything, and thus get too powerful for anything balanced the other way?
Maybe one day they'll sculpt.
Or do you want to balance it around the people who just want to see the main story and aren't doing the side quests?
Leonidas. He was Sparta's last true hero. We'd all be under the yoke of the Persian Empire if it wasn't for his courage. The same blood courses through your veins.
Okay.
So, our blood is the blood of kings.
You are so much more than a mercenary. You carry the blood of heroes, blood of power. Remember what I told
That
you?
people would try to take that power for themselves.
And then you promised.
I wouldn't let them.
Hold out your spear.
Am I gonna get another spear upgrade? Now that I think about it, the spear has the power to do whatever it does when the whole 2 times anyone other than me has touched it.
I do not care what she says.
It's the power of the triangles.
We have grown
Because the
tired
triangle
of
does
your
the same thing.
Insolent tongue. Sparta will not go to war. The Pythia has spoken. Pythia says what you tell her to say. She has been your puppet for far too long. The time has come to cut her strings.
Oh, Leonidas. The days of heroes are over. You think your blood makes you special? If we opened your veins, it would spill to the ground and disappear through the cracks. You are no one.
You are more than welcome to find out.
Your fate is sealed, son of the lion. Xerxes will unite us. He will bring order to chaos.
Divide the Pythia and everyone you love. Everything you stand for will perish.
I'm pretty sure Xerxes is gonna perish because of that guy who made the hidden blade.
Gather the men. My king? Xerxes wants Sparta. You have to go through me.
Incredible! Now, do you understand?
What must I do?
It's time we embrace our destiny. Both of us. If we don't stop the cult before it's too late, then all Leonidas fought and died for was for nothing. Our bloodline has risen to those who would enslave us.
It's time we rise again.
Well, well, well. Mother and daughter united in Sparta at last. And look at you. Goddesses among mortals.
King Pausanias, we're honored. I was sorry to hear about your father.
Yes. Our fathers would have been proud to see us here today.
You remember Cassandra, my king?
Who could forget? The girl who died to save her brother. Such a tragedy. An innocent child put to death because of an ancient, merciless law.
Well, it seems I'm being seen in a better light because I'm doing this in a different order.
I killed an elder. Sparta didn't find that very innocent.
Cassandra!
In any case, Sparta was weakened by losing you. Losing you both.
We're examples of why these laws must change.
Oh, I agree. But King Archidamos, if he could carve Spartan law across the chests of every citizen, he would.
I've spent my whole life looking over my shoulder. If Sparta is to be my home again, I'd rather it be a peaceful one.
Peace at what cost? When Spartans aren't killing, they're training to kill. And when they're not killing Athenians, they're declaring war on their own people. But we're not here to talk about the dead, are we?
We know Sparta reclaimed our house after what happened to my father in Megaris. We want it back.
Mind your tongue, child. You may not live in Sparta anymore, but I'm still your king.
We graciously request an audience with you and King Archidamos to discuss reinstating our citizenship and reclaiming our home.
Of course. There's nothing I'd want more. Archidamos, however, still hasn't forgiven you for the whole nose incident.
What can we do to sway him?
What did I do to his
There's rumor
nose?
of a Hilot rebellion, and the Kreptia are stalking the flames. Savagely killing Hilots, stealing livestock, and leaving corpses to rot in the streets.
The Cryptia represents Sparta's ultimate achievement in military training. Their discipline and fearlessness make Sparta's army the most feared in the world.
Once. But the Cryptia have become corrupt and bloodthirsty. And training boys to kill unarmed peasants is nothing to be proud of. Do you want your home back or not? Good. So the Ilots will no longer support the senseless slaughtering of their people.
If
Okay.
killing Cryptia will get our
It's better
home
than winning
back,
the Olympics.
I'll do it.
Wait, what? Why do I have... So I've got to kill 3 Cryptopia... Cryptia...
Archidamos believes in the old ways. Won't killing his Cryptia create conflict between him and Pausanias? I miss Kefalonia
Wait, why is that one
sometimes.
closer?
Life was simple. Even if Marcos was a bumbling idiot.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go do it. Also, I think I may have had some of those cult spoilers wrong, because apparently the cult has existed for a long time. At least far enough that Leonidas was dealing with them too. So yeah, it may have gotten some details wrong there, but I think the rest of it is probably true. I don't know. You know, okay. Before even starting this era of Assassin's Creed, I kept saying like, "Oh, I'm reserving the rights to skip these games if I don't like them," and yet here I am. I'm forcing myself to finish this one, and I shouldn't do that. Like, I've already made it pretty clear that I wanted to be able to skip these if I felt like it was necessary. I think if we don't get to the end of, let's say the end of the family part, I guess that doesn't really work because Pythagoras is also family and also telling me to do different things. What? Okay, there. Already frustrated. These guys have skulls above their heads. And a mercenary nearby, because there's always a mercenary nearby. What? Okay. Okay. Yeah, if we don't finish... If we don't get my house back... Don't get my house back by the end of this stream, then I'm just done. Because I know there's a Nintendo quote about, like, if the game's not fun, then what are you even doing? Don't remember the exact quote, so I'm not going to try to quote it, even though I technically just did. There's mercenary nearby. You know, this would be like if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, and you're in the middle of taking out an opposing gang's hideout, and then the cops just show up. Like, that's not part of the story. They're just like, hey, you got level 4 wanted level now. There are cops nearby because we said so. Like, I get it adds an element of randomness. It's like, oh, I was fighting this boss and then mercenary showed up. But it's just... It's not a unique story if... And by story, I mean... the story I tell other people of my experience playing that particular mission. It's not unique if it's happening in every single mission I do. What? No. Oh, right. I just used it. Go away, Fury of Waters. No one cares. You're stupid, and I hate you, and you're the worst thing the series has ever done. Including... Never mind. I'm not going to make that joke. Like, including DLC. Including microtransactions. That's the word I was forgetting. And then I was like, no, don't say that. It's not worth remembering the word for. And then I did anyway. Because I didn't want to leave you in the dark. So let me tell you about a good... Let me be positive again. Let me go back to trying to do that. Because I got something real positive to talk about. It was Friday Night Funkin' got an update yesterday. I think it was yesterday. At least that's when I heard of it. That's awesome, and it is awesome. Like, I saw the content, and it is pretty awesome. So if you don't know Friday Night Funkin', it's a rhythm game where you take on weeks, they call them. So it's like a set of 3 songs. They call them a week. Although this update didn't add a new week, which is a mistake I've seen several people make. It's not week 8. It's weekend. They call it, it is in the game, in the menu, when you look at it, it's weekend 1. Because you don't play as the usual character, who is boyfriend. That is his name. The game has some pretty wacky names. That you actually play as Pico. Which is a name you may know if you've been on Newgrounds enough times. Yeah, it's that Pico. It's Newgrounds Pico, which is pretty cool. Friday Night Funkin' is a very Newgrounds celebratory game. And actually, I think Weekend was a fan-made week, and they just officially put it in the game. Again, completely cursory knowledge. This is just from what I've gathered from trying to find the songs from it off of YouTube, which is still having that glitch where it skips, and that makes songs in Friday Night Funkin' sound kind of weird. Not that you don't know. I mean, like I said with the Slipknot songs, it tends to skip in places where it doesn't sound that weird, but you definitely notice in a Friday Night Funkin' song. Like it skipped in one of the other fan songs that I have in my playlist, which is one of the Versus Witty songs. It skipped on the first one. I was like, man, when the song ended, it felt like that skip just made the song so much shorter. Let's switch back to the sword because you can get more adrenaline then. Yeah, even if it's not a fan mod, it does feel like it in like the best way possible, because it like understands what makes Friday Night Funkin' so fun in the first place, and like it goes above and beyond with what it does. Whoops, I'm killing an innocent person. No, you're supposed to be here. You're the boss, I think. Nice overswing, moron. Yeah, it's so... I don't want to say it goes hard, because that's not a phrase I use. But the only thing I can think of. Like, it starts with an anime cutscene when weeks don't normally start with those, and like there's so many little touches about it that's like, oh man, this is like something a really good fan mod would do. You know, in addition to also being fun and having good songs. Although I still have not beat it because the third song in that set is just too hard for me. Like, I'm sure I can get it eventually, but it just has this flow to it that, like, is the antithesis of my brain. But who's here now? Who, what, why, when, where, how? Yeah, it's like, it does this thing, like it's going fast, if you didn't know. Friday Night Funkin', when it gets hard, the notes just come at you really fast. And that's not normally that much of a problem for me. The problem is when they're in a pattern where I can't tell where they are spatially. I guess spatially. Timally, because it's more a matter of the rhythm to it, like what order you press them in. But then it also switches the pattern while it's still your turn, because the way Friday Night Funkin' works is like you kind of back and forth with like an enemy. So they'll do a part, and then usually you play the same part, but you know, the real good songs mix it up, where you're not always doing that. Which again, that's something that this new set does. That is like, it's good, but it's also not like trying too hard to be better than itself, or it's not trying to one-up anyone. It's just doing good. Speaking of doing good, not me. Which is appropriate because I was talking about how I can't beat the song. Yeah, so while it's doing the one, the one section that is your section to play, the notes will have like one pattern that it'll be like left, right, down, and you keep doing left, right, down for a bit, but then it'll switch and it'll be like down, left, right, and it's like, I barely was catching what it was doing before, but now it's switched on me, and I have to adapt to a new one, and I can't. Like, it's just going too fast, and in a pattern that my brain cannot quickly decipher. Where am I? Where is the... Oh, there he is. So I have to kill the one guy. I don't have to kill all of them, just the one guy. You know, he's not the guy. Ah, man. I didn't get to chain it because there wasn't a guy close enough. And so now I will try to not get carried away with trying to kill everyone like I always try to do. And just kill the one guy who matters. The guy. I did it. Guy 1 of 3 to get my house back, and he's dead. There's a Skyrim line I have burned into my memory that's, he's dead, you're next. But that doesn't work here, because I might be next if I don't get out of here right now. But yeah, I like that the new songs manage to be difficult in a way that's not like just spamming stuff at you. Because I'm sure I haven't played any, but I'm sure there are some songs out there that, fan-made songs where they try to be difficult by just spamming a bunch of notes at you. And I know there are others that try to, you know, go really over the top with trying to be difficult by adding, like, extra notes. Because Friday Night Funkin' is a 4-button rhythm game. And I'm pretty sure there's one out there that, like, as the song goes on, it keeps adding more notes until you're at 8. Which is kind of hilarious because, with, you know, with the keyboard setup trying to play this game, you can have one hand on 2 buttons and one hand on another 2 buttons. But having 8 notes would mean you would have to have keys set for all 4 fingers on both hands. Which is, it just sounds ridiculous. But it doesn't do anything like that. It doesn't add like a new mechanic where it's like, oh, you gotta press this button with good timing to dodge the saw blade. I think that's something a game I have played, like one of the mods I have played did, but I don't think it's a part I've played yet. Which is actually, it's based on a mechanic that they were gonna have in one of the official weeks, and they cut it for one reason or another. But yeah, officially they were gonna have a dodge button and decided against it. Maybe they wanted to keep the simplicity. But I did get a special death animation, which it's kind of funny. Pico actually does die when you lose. Like, in the main game, you don't really die. I think they call it being blue-balled. But it doesn't look like you die. But Pico straight up just gets a knife thrown at him, and he dies. And he falls on the floor, and there's blood. It's kind of funny. And I got a special death animation where I got blown up. Because they're throwing, I think they're paint cans. But they explode. So maybe they're grenades. It's happening too quick for me to see. I should probably also save. So I don't have to kill the one of 3 guys again. Yeah, it's just the 3. Good. I thought that was a... Yeah, that was a stick. Where was the rock? Yeah, I think the thing that really... that helps the new week be fun without... Yeah, without that. Without being, like, too hard. Or, like, too ridiculous. Is, like... It has, like, really rapid-fire notes. And that's, like, you know, following the song. At some points of one of the songs, Pico just sounds like a machine gun. He's like, da-da-da-da-dow, da-da-da-da-dow, da-da-da-da-dow. I find that really amusing. But also, you know, it sounds cool. And I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, instead of having to mash a particular key, which they call a jack, which is typically considered bad form. You don't want to have jacks because it just doesn't feel good to do. They have you go back and forth between, like, left and down, let's say. I could swear I've seen this guy before. I think I've passed this scene. I don't know who that person is to investigate down there. I've already found my target. No, I didn't get loot. Okay. Oh no, a wolf or boar or something. I don't know. It's got a skull. I'm scared. Sorry, I just randomly remembered that there was a new Game Docs video uploaded last night, and I haven't watched it yet. I should do that before it gets buried under other new videos. I hate when that happens. You ever have that problem too, where it's like you see a video and it's like, oh, I'll watch it later, and then it takes so long for later to come that the video gets buried, and then you remember it like weeks later. It's like, oh, I was gonna watch that, and you gotta scroll through all the stuff to find it. Or I guess you could just click the, go directly to the profile of the person who uploaded it. But it helps seeing it in my feed, so if it's like a video from someone who doesn't upload a lot, then sometimes it could be like, oh, I didn't watch their last video. Ah, shoot, I forgot. I think I had something else positive I wanted to talk about. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I should call my alicorn, because I'm running and it's a smooth path. It's not a cliff face. I might not even have to go through water either. I could just let the horse go. That's the wrong way. Where are you going?
Let's go.
This way. You goof. There. It'd be funny if I hit level 28 and then the game stops having all the enemies have skulls above their heads. It's not gonna happen, because I think it's... If they're 2 levels above you, it starts to become a skull. Or 3 levels. Okay, I think this is the point I'll jump off my super cool alicorn and just climb. Well, I'm surprised the game hasn't told me, you're close to your target. Oh, use Zukaros to find it. Do I have any adrenaline? It's kind of silly that they call it adrenaline, but it's something you can keep between fights. Like, that doesn't really make sense. Like, adrenaline wears off. I think it'd make more sense if it was called Fury, like the, oh, hello. Huh? Like the fuel that the warrior in Diablo uses for their special moves. Because their Fury goes down over time, too, so you could call that adrenaline. But keeping your Fury between fights sounds like something you could do. So I think they should have just called it Fury or something. Because, then it's like you're thinking about the thing that got you the Fury to begin with. And you're venting your frustration when you use it. Okay, you're not the guy I need, so I'm just gonna... Oh, good. Good. I ran right to the... one of the big tough guys of the fortress. Horse assassination. Cool. Cool. I'm glad I'm over here now. Bet that's a cave right there. That's a cave right there. I was right. I win the bet. I win the bet that I said about it being a cave. I win. I don't know that this helps me much. Because I knew where the guy was. I just wanted to get a sneak attack on him. And then I was the one snuck upon. Except not really, because the guy was just standing there and he just turned around and saw me, so it's... He wasn't sneaking, I just was blind. Man, you know what would be cool right now? Ascend from Tears of the Kingdom. Except that would pop me up right in the middle of the fortress. So it wouldn't be a good idea, but it'd still be cool. Does this even actually go into the fort? Am I doing this wrong? I'm supposed to be climbing. I thought I saw light. See, now I want to send just to get me out of this dang cave. Not even to get me to where I wanted to go. Just get me out of here. I'm done trying to find the way to sneak into the fort. Just let me climb the wall again. Let me do that again. Ow, my eyes. It wasn't even to get into the fort. It's just a way through. No, okay, I found where I came in. Never mind. I don't have navigation skills, apparently.
Better stay hidden.
You know, you tell me that. You say. But the gameplay very much wants you to just be a warrior. They don't want you being sneaky. Because it doesn't work. Let me try to get a marker for everyone in the way, you know, in between me and this guy. Okay. Failed to do that. I see him. I could also do this, because I did upgrade it. Come on, you're Spider-Man most days, and now you just... See, you can climb. I get it. I don't get it. Okay, now watch this. Do that. Hit that guy. And then we go back to... Nope, wrong guy. Well, it would have worked. It has worked. I know it works. Okay, he's dead. I'm gone. Man, maybe we never did leave the good old days of Assassin's Creed behind. Remember, like, all the games? And I would kill a guy, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gone, bye. And then I just run away from open conflict. We never left it behind. I didn't hear Cassandra whistle, but okay. My horse just knew. Okay. I could probably just fast travel back to Sparta now. It looks like a hammer, but it's a staff. Medallion fragment? When did I get that? I need raw damage. This is the best I can do.
Come on.
I guess I also have poison now. That can help a little bit. I forgot to try to fast travel. Also need the quest active.
Ella.
Keep forgetting. Try to. You know another thing I forgot? I forgot to get the viewpoint, so there's nothing I can fast travel to. I swear, like, I'm not mad, but I still really think, oh no, brazier lit, oh no, reinforcements on the place I'm already not in anymore. Yeah, I'm not mad, but I still very much think that they should just let you fast travel to towns. Fast traveling only to viewpoints is archaic at this point. Again, Xenoblade did it like 10 years ago. So this game has no excuse. Man, I should be flying right now because my horse has wings. Why can't I should just be flying. Stop attacking me, bears. Stop attacking me, bears. Yeah, sure, you guys don't want to fight when it's a freaking bear, but when it's me, it's like, oh, the person who's got a high bounty, better go kill him. Because wanted criminals are not as scary as bears. Which I guess is fair, but gameplay-wise, it's still dumb.
I can't wait until the new food rations come in. Heard they got some special wine.
There you are. I can take you in to see the kings when you're ready.
Ready.
Waiting won't make this easier.
Then let's go. Your mother's already inside.
Go for his legs. Oh, I forgot he did that.
Where are the kings?
He went for his legs.
There. What do you say now?
You've made your point, Archidamos. I yield.
I like the idea of there being multiple kings.
Another
It-
two
it kinda-
squadrons to Viatir, then.
It doesn't fully prevent what's the word? I genuinely can't remember the word.
Is that
Dictatorship.
How they solve arguments?
Sometimes.
Because, you know, they could
Archidamos'
just
guard
be in
has
agreement
improved.
with each other all the time
You
and
should
just
thank me.
work together on being terrible
Come with
together.
news.
But I like the idea of there
My
being two
kings.
kings
May I present
to try to
Merini,
prevent corruption.
descendant of Leonidas, and her daughter Cassandra.
Somehow it feels more
A
believable
very
having
short
two
face,
kings who are
Sparta.
not corrupt,
Cassandra helped me secure
prevent, you know,
Corinthia, my king.
together preventing each other
helped
from
with the
being
Helotes
fully
rebellion.
corrupt. It's
They
more
want
believable
what's
than just
best
having
for
one king that's
Sparta.
just not corrupt.
I beg you to listen.
Let's hear what they have to say before we bloody the palace floor.
Speak, Marini. Why are you here?
Was the dialogue actually
I have
really different? I
returned to reclaim my
shouldn't have been
Spartan
talking over it.
citizenship, to reclaim our home.
You exiled yourself. Your daughter killed an elder and ran.
Nope, I remember that line.
Not to mention the crooked nose she gave you.
My family
remember
was
doing
betrayed,
that.
my king. Sparta was betrayed. We've come to expose these traitors.
You haven't cared for Sparta for many years.
His nose doesn't look very crooked to me.
What you say is true. But I swear by the two gods my intentions are pure.
Marini has made her intentions known. What are yours?
I don't want to do the Olympics.
My intentions are to return home. Here, where I was born.
What happened on Taygetos brought shame on Sparta. You and your family have no home here.
First, prove yourself loyal. Bring glory to Sparta, and redeem yourself in the eyes of the gods. Until then, neither you nor your mother have a right to your lands.
Tell me what I must do, and it will be done.
The Spartan army fights the Athenians in Viotia. Join the commandos there. Come back victorious, or do not return.
How about I go with this
You
option then?
expect me to win a war when your own troops can't?
My troops will crush any army under Helios. And if you want your home back, you'll go to Viotia and mind your tongue.
Oh, good. I love when both dialogue options get the guy mad at me.
You're learning. You will find my commander out of Mount Helicon. Give him this and tell him I sent you.
Not so fast. 2 kings, 2 tasks.
Heracles completed 12. 2 shouldn't be a problem.
First Spartan thing you've said all day.
The Olympics will be starting soon in Elise, and our fighting champion requires an escort.
You want me to be an escort?
I want you to make sure the Spartans return with a wreath.
That's how she'll bring glory to Sparta? By winning an event in the Olympics.
Not an event, my king. By making sure Sparta wins the entire Olympics.
Perfect.
You have your orders. We'll see you when your tasks are completed.
If they're completed.
I'll get them done. And you'll give us back our home.
There's some Spartan left in you after all.
Brasidas, show them out. Next.
So I guess the only thing I prevented myself from having to do was kill the wolf. Which honestly sounds like the better option because I killed 3 guys, but that would have been just 1 wolf. Granted, I still needed to kill the 3 guys for Marini, for what she was talking about. I already forgot.
That went well.
Considering you still have your head on your shoulders, yes, I'd say it went very well.
The kings were generous to give us a second chance.
And all I have to do is win the Olympics.
And a war.
Is there anything you need to know before setting off?
I think I'm ready. And you? What will you do while I'm gone?
I received a message just before we went in.
What kind of message?
A clue to the whereabouts of another cultist. I'm going to
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
Alone?
The fates are smiling
I'm
on
opening up
us.
the wiki.
I was ordered there. We can travel together.
That would be helpful. My thanks.
I'll meet you both in Arcadia then. Safe journeys.
Now I'm seeing what the name of the quest is, so I know what the heck I'm doing. The Olympian. Delivering a champion. Okay. I'm typing that in. Delivering a champion. Because the guy says he wants me to... I mean, he technically said he wants me to win the whole Olympics. But the task is to first escort the guy. So I guess technically I don't